Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to walk you through the base of this journal right here. It's actually not a journal, it's a memory album. And then we're just gonna chit chat while I decorate it up. So this is what I've been working on. I posted it on my Instagram the other day. So if you're not friends with me on Instagram, you've probably never seen it before, but haven't decorated the front of it yet. I'm definitely going to do something on the front here. I've got the seam binding closure here. Love this. Little ribbons. Undo those and open it up. So I did start when I started doing this book, I was decorating as I was going. But then it just got to be too much, so I thought I just need to lay down the base of it and then I can decorate after I lay down the base of it. So that's what I started doing. So some of this is already decorated, some of it's not. Oh, I don't like the way that is leaned over like that, so we're gonna add some glue to that. Yes, I don't like the way that was leaned over. Okay, so you open it up, and on the inside cover here we have a little pocket here that is decorated up with some string and just some embellishments. And inside we have this journaling card that is so beautiful that I made. Gorgeous. And then we have this beautiful envelope that's coffee dyed. Okay. And it just pops open like that. And there's some journaling cards in it here. This could be a photo mat or place to journal. I would probably use it as a photo mat. Sorry about the lighting going in and out. It's because the sun's going in and out. And if you guys have seen my office, you know that I have like, 7, 8, 9, 10 windows in here. Okay, so that's cute. It goes right there. This page, oh, look at that. That came off. I'm not happy about that. Came off right there. What is up with that? All of these are coming off. Okay, we need to redo this. Not happy about that. Let me plug in my hot glue gun while we talk here so I can get those re-glued down. I originally used this mono liquid glue. Note to self, don't use mono liquid glue to adhere those little beads because obviously it doesn't like it. Okay, so we're just going to put this to the side so I can re-glue those. Sorry if you can hear anything in the background. I got the kids at home, as usual. Okay, so this page right here, so excited about this. Love this little cutout here. This little punch that I have. I like to do little, little tabby things with it. Got some pearls. This is magnetic, you guys. Isn't that awesome? Now they are thick magnets right here. That's the one thing that I would change. I think if I could get some thinner magnets, I would like it a lot better. So I think that's going to be my next investment, is to buy some thinner magnets, because the only magnets that I have are the ones from the Dollar Tree, and they are pretty thick. This is 2 of them put together, and they're pretty large. So that's the one thing that I probably need to invest in, is thinner magnets, but I like it anyway. So anyway, you open it up like this. You get all this coverage here, okay? You've got a page up here with a little faux button. And then you have this place for a picture here. And then moving down here, you've got another pocket Here's the magnet. It's really lumpy, but you can't really tell. I mean, you can tell if you look at it from an angle, it's lumpy, but other than that, it doesn't like stand out or anything. And then I just made a little, tiny little envelope to go in there. I didn't put anything in it. I'll probably be putting some goodies in that. Okay, so I've got that just tucked right in there. Okay, so that's that. But we're not done on that page yet because it also flips open. How cute is that? And then we have another tuck spot right here. So all I did was cut this out and then I just glued half of it down. Love this paper right here. I actually burned the edges, went ahead and put the lighter underneath it and burnt through it. It turned out really nice also. Did some stamping, you know, some distressing with some stamp pads. Here's another little tag. Put some journaling on it or just put a picture on the back. Super cute. And another place for a picture or journaling or whatever you want to put there. So that is a super fun page. Moving on, we've got this next page, which has a belly band. Okay, we've got the notes in the background, this music sheet in the background that I junked up a little bit with ink. And then I used belly band with some just ephemera and pearls. And you've got your little bingo card here with writing journaling page on the back. And you've got just another little envelope here that I made to put some goodies in. Okay. So that goes there. Next page. These pages go on forever. I love them. This has got some little just corners that I roughed up with some ink pad, another photo mat, and journaling spot or photo mat, whichever you want it to be. Excuse me. And then here on this page, we flip down. So this page, this is where I stopped decorating. So these pages need some decoration from here on out. I did get a little bit of decoration going on here, not much, so these pages definitely need to be decorated. Got some lace and some pearls. Nice little mat there. I also did another little trim here. And then inside here, I've got, oh, I knew those were gonna fall. That was a bad idea. I put some of these in there, but I knew that was a bad idea because I knew they were gonna fall, and they did. So what I need to do is I need to cut a mat that's gonna go in there, I believe. Okay, this page, one of my favorites. So you untie the seam binding, and it's a waterfall page. So you open it up this way, you've got this cute little page over here, and then this one is a waterfall. It opens this way. So I thought that was cute with this little trimming, this little edge. And you close it all up and tie it up to keep it closed. So I thought that was really cute. And then on the next page, you just have this barn door opening. Maybe we'll put a little closure here of some sort. That would be cute. And then you've got a pocket right here you can do something with. I'll probably put a photo mat in there. And then moving on to this page, this is a pull-out. See? And then you've got a little space here for some tuck-ins. So use that little thing here again. We'll make something to put in there. But there you go. Okay. So let's get to working on this, and maybe we'll chit-chat while we work on it. So for it being a Monday, of course my first thought was for this to be a Plan With Me Monday. But I just was not feeling a plan with me Monday because I wanted to get this book done. I'm so excited about this book. This is one of my first, like, I won't say it's my first vintage book because it's not, but it's one of my first vintage books that I've done from start to finish. So this book I actually made with chipboard. I literally have made this book from start to finish. I didn't buy anything pre-made. It's all start to finish. Like, all of this I handmade. And I'm really excited about that. And it actually is, it's just rewarding. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's kind of funny because I was speaking with somebody the other day and I was saying, you know, that it's kind of hard to be a stay-at-home mom. There's glue on my mat. That it's kind of hard to be a stay-at-home mom because sometimes we don't get that gratification that the working force gets. And it's hard to explain that if you've only been a stay-at-home mom and you haven't been in the working force. Like, I, of course, was in the working force if you don't know who I am and you don't know my story, but I was in the working force. And I, you know, went to work every day for what, 20, no, not 20 years, probably 30, probably a good 15 years I was in the working force. And, you know, that was who I was. I always had a job. And I had 2 kids and I always had a job. And when you start staying at home, you all of a sudden get this, you get this panic about, oh, I didn't accomplish anything today. And it's really silly because, like, you accomplish so much when you're a stay-at-home mom, especially when you homeschool and you know, you have disabled children or special education children or whatever it is. I mean, just being a stay-at-home mom in itself. And so I just think it's so weird that we're always looking to find that, what did I accomplish today? What did I do? Like, you want something in your hand that you did. And so crafting has really helped me because at the end of the day, guess what? I have something in my hand that I did. And some women are satisfied with, you know, a clean house. I know some women are like, oh, that's, you know, that's like the big aha for them. It's like, oh, I have this beautiful clean house. And that's great that they can, you know, get that satisfaction from that. But I just didn't. You know, number one, I hate cleaning. But I just really struggled with not having anything to show that I, you know, accomplished what I accomplished that day. So again, crafting has just been like really instrumental in that portion of my life where I can actually say like, oh wow, this is what I did today. So that's why I wanted to get this book finished, because I want to put it up on Etsy. That's another thing that is like super satisfying for me, is that when I sell on Etsy, I actually feel like, even though my profit per se probably doesn't really even make a bit, it probably doesn't make a dent in our income, because I probably spend way more than I make as far as like all of my goodies and craft goodness and all that. But that's not the point. The point is that it makes me feel good. Pardon me. I'll talk for a couple more minutes and then I gotta get dressed and head up the road. But anyway, that was something that really helps me, is that when I get orders on Etsy, I just feel like I'm doing something. I feel like I'm like, oh, I made a sale, you know, like I feel like if I'm not even though I'm not supporting my family, I still feel like I'm contributing to the house in some way because I'm at least paying for my craft goods. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it makes me feel good that I'm at least covering what I want to do during the day, which is craft. So I hope that makes sense. But it really does help. So I just encourage you guys that if you're having a hard time, like just trying to find your oomph or trying to find like your reason, find something fun for you to do. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's art, maybe it's music, like maybe it's video design. Maybe you're like really good at, I don't know, art on the computer. Is that what they call video design? I don't really know because I'm not a computer person. But find something you really like doing and then see if you can like hang out and make some money from it. Because if you're at home for whatever reason, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're just a college kid or whatever, see if you can make some money on the side or even cover your own cost of whatever you're doing. And that way you feel like you're accomplishing something. It's really important at the end of the day to feel like something you did that day mattered. And people can say all day long, oh, you matter, you make a difference. But until you feel that way, it doesn't really matter what other people say, right? So just find something that you want to do and see if you can make it into something that will make you feel good. And like I said, I don't really like per se make money on my crafts as much as I cover the cost of my crafts. So I get to feel good about what I accomplished that day, and then I also get to pay for my crafting, you know? All right, what I'm gonna do with this, since I'm using wet glue, is I'm gonna slide this right underneath my craft mat to make sure it gets nice and flattened out. It's the same thing I did with all of these. If I used wet glue, I slid them right under my craft mat to make sure that they flattened out, and we don't want any wonky, wrinkly things. So what else can we put on here? So this just looks like it's got little corners on it, so I'm just not gonna mess with that. It looks like a mat. Maybe we could put a word on it. This is Scrapbooking with Me. I believe I bought this. Let me see. Yes, I bought these sheets. This one I printed out and it was created by Scrapbooking with Me. This was also same thing, created by Scrapbooking with Me. I believe I found these on Etsy. Okay, so I apologize. Now that I'm editing, I see that I was completely wrong. The Scrapbooking with Me were free printables, and I'll go ahead and list that in the description box below, but then I'll also list in the description box below the Etsy store that I did print out some other printables that I used in this book from, I don't know how to say that, printables for this book from, yeah, the stores. You get what I'm saying. So I'll put all of that down in the description box below. And then there was another one that I printed out, and I believe it was a free printable. I don't remember what it was. I'll find it and link it down below in the description box. I really like these words though. Look at all these words and phrases. This is one of the free printables, I think. I'm pretty sure every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite. Yeah, hello, that's above my bed. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm cutting that one out. All right, I gotta finish this so I can run up the road with William. So anyway, my point was to tell you guys, see how I forget to even finish my thought. Okay, so my point was to tell you guys I didn't want to do a plan with me because let me just tell you that we are so grateful that William's been super busy during this whole COVID thing. I mean, we had a couple slow weeks, but guys, we are so busy right now. Like, we are super duper uber busy. William's never home. He leaves early in the morning. I'm talking like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I do not see him again until 6 or 7 at night. So he is a busy, busy boy. And that's not just Monday through Friday, y'all. That is Sunday to Sunday. So today is Monday, and he's actually just kind of running around doing catch-up work. Don't get me wrong, he was still out the door at 6 o'clock this morning. But he's got a break in between jobs right now, so we got to run up the road and grab some stuff. But I've just been like, wow, you know, when he's not home, you guys, it's really hard. It is really hard to do this whole mom business and wife business and home taker business. You know, like I guess I'm just really spoiled by him because, wow, it's just a lot. Like, I'm used to him helping me clean the house, and I'm used to him helping me, you know, maybe do dishes and stuff. And like, man, when he's not here, it's really hard to just be, you know, like with the kids all day. Not that I don't love them, I love them to pieces, but it's really hard to be with the kids all day. And then, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, laundry, just constant, you know. And then I want to do something for me too. And so when I try to do something for myself, I end up feeling guilty because they don't have anybody to do anything with them when I'm trying to do something for myself. So it's just crazy. So that's what's been going on around here lately. He's been working his booty off, which means that I am working my booty off, which is hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's freaking hard, y'all. And I'm not complaining because, like I said, I feel really blessed that we're busy right now, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's super hard to be the stay-at-home mom when your husband's working. Like, I wouldn't even put a number of hours on what he's doing right now because it's just absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and put this on here because I want to be able to have a little tuck spot. And this is just like a corner that I cut out from, I don't know, a little piece of something. Don't throw away your scraps when you're dealing with this kind of stuff because you never know what you're going to want to use. All right. What else do we want to do here? I really like that lion image right there, but I need to back it onto something. So let's say we back it onto a white piece of cardstock. Y'alls, that's perfect right there. So I'm just going to give it a rough cut. Get it? A rough cut, rough lion. That was hysterical. Yeah, after that last joke, I realized it was just time to shut up and craft. So I'm going to fast forward this for you right now.
So I did leave it and come back, and I've got a couple more things that I'm adding to it. So right here, I'm going to be adding a photo mat into this pocket. And for that, I'm just trying to get the right size to fit right down into that pocket nicely, but still be able to stick out so you can pull it out real nice. And then I'm just going to decorate the photo mat, and you can see I already decorated that left-hand page off camera. I guess I forgot to turn the camera on, which is very typical of me. But I'm going to go ahead and round the corners, make them nice and neat, and just decorate that photo mat up. So I am using both wet glue and the double-sided tape for these mats and for the pages, because I do intend on selling this photo album, and I want to make sure that everything is nice and adhered down. I don't want any lift ups, and I want this photo album or memory album to last for a very long time. So that way I'm using the double-sided tape for the edges, and then I'm going in with some wet glue just to fill in all the empty spaces to make sure that it is definitely gonna hold. So here I decided I wanted to use this heart as a tuck spot, but I didn't want to cover that beautiful picture with all those little kids on the music page. So I'm trying to position the heart off to the right there, and I also want to use that tag with that maiden form on it. So I'm going to go ahead and, of course, back the heart because it's just on regular printer paper, and that would not make a good tuck spot. You have to have it on cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it to the cardstock. I'm going to glue the tag to the cardstock, and then I'm going to place it again underneath my little mat here to make sure everything dries nice and flat, because you don't want, like I said, any wonky or wrinkly pieces of paper when you're using wet glue. And then I'll come back after it dries and I'll cut it out and position it on that music page there. So these albums can be kind of difficult because you don't want to go overboard with embellishing them, because you want to leave plenty of room for whoever gets the album. You want to leave plenty of room for them to write and to put pictures, but at the same time you don't want to leave too much blank, because part of the fun of the memory album is all the embellishing and all the little tuck spots and all the little tags and all of that. So that's where I'm sometimes struggling, because I don't want to put too much in them, but at the same time I want to put all the goodies. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find a balance here. Like, I don't want to go overboard, but at the same time I do. So I decided that I wanted to make another flip out. So I decided that I'm going to go ahead and cut out this little one here, back it on cardboard, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to make it a flip. And so we're going to add it to cardboard. See, there you go. That's going to be a flip. So I'll show you how I make the little flip outs here. Basically, you just decide what size you want your flip to be. If you want it to be the whole size of the page, then you cut it the size of the page, and then you give yourself a little spine to connect it to, and you'll see how I connect the spine here, and then just lay paper over it so you cover that little tab that you lay down. I'll explain it as I go. So I'm going to cut it down, and then I'll go ahead and crease it with my ruler here. Go ahead and give it a nice crease so it'll flip. And so that little tab right there is the thing that I'm going to glue down, and I'll just have my little page flip. I don't know where my bone folder went, so I'm just using this little dotting tool. I just use the end of it to score my cardstock. That's all I'm doing, is just scoring the cardstock so I can get a nice good bend on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cut in on the edges to give it a nice, just a nice edge when I lay it down. So I had to decide how I wanted it laid down. So I'm going to apply some double-sided tape. First, I'm going to make sure that the crease is really well creased, so that way when you bend the page, it's not hard to bend at all. And then I'm sorry I'm off camera. I'm putting double-sided tape on that little flap there on the edge. Geez, Eileen, you think you could do this on camera? There's a camera right above you. And then I'm just laying it down and adhering it and just pushing down on the edge there. See how it adhered right there? And then I'm just vernishing it with the end of this ballpoint pen. So that's it. And then you just decorate it from there, and it's just a little flip. So that's how you create the little flips. Like I said, you get to decide if you want to add more pages, then you just make it the whole size of the page, and that's how you add a flip. And you cover the little tab there with some paper, and it looks like it's a part of the book. I do have to tell you, these memory albums are definitely a labor of love. They do take a while to put together, and they're definitely worth it in the end. But don't think that you're going to sit down and do one of these in 2 hours. Because for me personally, if you're just going off of the top of your head, then this is going to be, sitting down for a couple hours here and there. And it's going to take quite a few sessions of sitting down and getting this, laid out the way that you want it to. I'm sure that there are people who run Etsy shops and can bang these out real quick. But for me, just being, a creative person wanting to sit down and be creative, these definitely are a labor of love, and that needs to reflect in your price. So if you plan on making these and selling these, I do suggest that you reflect in your price how much time and energy and creativity you put into these, because it is a lot, and it's your, it's your heart, it's your creativity you're putting into this. So, it's something special. If you're making this for somebody as a gift, wow, it's such a great gift, because it's just so heartfelt. Like, I really have enjoyed putting this together. And if I had somebody to give this to, I really don't have anybody that I know personally that has like a birthday or something coming up that would enjoy something like this. But if you're giving this as a gift, very, very nice gift to give. So these are definitely, like I said, a labor of love. See, I'm perplexed already. I don't know what to do. So what I want to do is I want to add some kind of closure to this, but I'm not sure quite what I want to add to it. So I'm thinking some kind of like belt closure. Like I'm trying to think of some kind of, I'm trying to tuck it underneath there, and I'm trying to think how would that work, but then I don't want that particular piece of paper, so I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do here. And I end up coming up with this little angel girl, and I think, well, if I can glue half of her down and then just tuck the paper underneath the other half of her, that would be a really cute closure. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to glue half of her down, and then I'm going to make that other piece like a tuck-in, so that barn door can stay closed with that little piece there. So now I'm going back to the heart that is dried, that I mounted on cardstock, and the little tag there, and I'm just going to cut those out and position those down now and see how that's going to turn out. Okay guys, still not done with this book, but I'm still working on it. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed crafting with me. It was a little something different. And I'm going to get back to doing this journal here in the next couple days. I hope that you hit that subscribe button. I've got lots of crafting, lots of cleaning, lots of plan with me's, and I need to get back into my Dollar Tree DIYs. I haven't been to the Dollar Tree lately for Dollar Tree DIYs. I did go yesterday with my husband for a couple minutes just to get out of the house with my husband. How pathetic is that? We had a date at the Dollar Tree for about 10 minutes. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I will see you in my next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.